Hey, and we are live here. Excited to be here with you. Hello, and welcome to the Dr. Jena Vargas podcast, where we'll be discussing everything from business, career, and personal development in each of these episodes. Today, we're diving into the topic of networking for coaches, consultants, and job seekers, and how it can really drive your business and career forward. I'm here live recording from Tampa, Florida. Would love for you to drop in the comments where you're watching from. Maybe you're watching the recording. Definitely, I love the engagement. If anyone ever wants to come on screen, would love to have topic of discussion and Q&A, but for now, comments is where it's at. So let's get rolling. Whether you're a future business owner or job seeker, networking is an essential tool that can really open doors to new opportunities and help you achieve your goals. So I want you to think about, maybe you want to drop in the comments, what is working for you with networking and where are you struggling? Would love to hear before we dive in. Let me actually make sure that we are all set as well behind the scenes. So that is live. I hope everyone's having a great day. Would love to hear where you are watching from, etc. And we are diving in. I'm just so excited to be here with you and talking about networking and how it can really help propel you and give you power in the networking space to really grow and develop your business and career. So let's start with the basics. We're going to go through Networking 101, and I'm going to flash this on the screen as well. So Networking 101. All right. So starting with the basics, what the heck is networking and why is it so important? I'm sure you're wondering. And networking for me really came natural through recruiting. Through years of recruiting, I had to get good at prospecting and networking and building relationships and building a following. Little did I know how important that would be on the business side, but naturally that was just part of what I did, right? So I'd encourage you, just like prospecting and sales, you might be prospecting lead opportunities or reaching out to recruiters for job opportunities or employee referrals. So all of the above. And definitely you want to cultivate, and I say plant these relationship seeds well before you have to. You don't want to be scrambling last minute. Always be planting networking relationships, and I call them meet and greets. So important. Networking is simply the act of connecting with other professionals in your industry, maybe sharing information and building those relationships, cultivating those very authentic, genuine relationships. It's a way to expand your knowledge, maybe learn from others, and gain exposure to new opportunities. And I've started to really enjoy and look forward to networking because how can we show up and serve and help transform and provide positive impact? And not just, hey, what's in it for me? Am I going to close the sale? People can tell when you are not genuine and not authentic. So keep in mind, networking is essential for coaches, consultants, job seekers, pretty much everybody, because it helps you establish a strong reputation, build a client base or a prospect list, and stay up to date with industry trends. And industry trends, you could share those with friends, family, colleagues, peers, other leaders that you might, maybe executives at these companies that are considering hiring you, whether as a consultant or as an employee. It also provides you with valuable insights into the challenges and opportunities facing your clients and competitors. So you always want to be in tune, what we say, stay abreast in the latest industry information. So helpful. I want to just take a pause. Anyone have any feedback or insights into what is working well in the networking space? Networking 101. What's working well and what do you dread about networking? I want to hear from you. And feel free to just add here in the comment section. The next topic we're going to move on to is maximizing your connection. So what exactly does that mean? So now that we understand the importance of networking, let's talk about how to do it effectively. So the first step is to identify your target audience. Who do you want to connect with and what do you hope to gain from that relationship? Keeping in mind 6 degrees of separation is a true thing. And likely if you want to reach out to so-and-so, you have a few other connections that could get you in touch and connect you with them. This will help you focus your efforts and make the most of your time. So next, you want to really be proactive with seeking out networking opportunities, both online and offline. So maybe attending, here's some ideas, like attending industry events. You could maybe join a professional organization, reach out to colleagues and acquaintances. You never know, somebody from the past may help propel your future forward. So don't be afraid to introduce yourself and start a conversation, have a little improv, or just there are some different books or even like things that you could look up, or like what are the top questions to like start engaging or starting a conversation when you're really kind of don't know what to say or don't have much to talk about. So don't be afraid to introduce yourself or start that conversation, kind of get that spark going. Remember, everyone is there to network. So be confident and remember to be your authentic self. Don't be afraid to be your authentic self. And when building those relationships, focus on building genuine connections. So it's not about, hey, anymore, like you want my business card or adding someone to your LinkedIn network. Take the time to get to know them as the individual, not as just the professional, right? So learn about their interests, maybe their hobbies or goals. Where have they traveled to? What's the passion project that they're working on? And find ways to help and support them and maybe partner or connect them with somebody that might help them on their journey. Networking is absolutely a two-way street, and building mutually beneficial relationships will help you maximize the value of your connections. A very important aspect of this whole networking space is follow-up. So after you meet somebody, take a little extra time to send that personalized note. I always like little handwritten notes or even an email, because you probably don't have their home address anymore. It's not like their corporate address. So really thanking them for their time, expressing your interest in staying in touch. And again, maybe adding some sort of value, or like, hey, I really enjoyed our discussion about X, Y, and Z. Here's an article or something in the news I read about what we were talking about. This can really just help you maintain those relationships and keep the lines of communication open. And networking is an essential tool for, again, coaches, consultants, job seekers looking to drive their business and career forward. So I want to hear from you. What are you doing on your end to really maximize your connections, both online and offline? I want to hear from you. And this is something I need to get, now that we're back and settled in the Florida market, just kind of getting the feelers out there, mixing and mingling. I think post baby will be helpful. Getting out and about once I'm back on a bit of a routine. Because anyone that is a parent understands it does take a little bit of time to kind of get your footing with the new dynamic, new addition to the family. So it'll be great. So that's it for today's episode of the Dr. Jena Vargas podcast. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you found this episode helpful. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn or Instagram. My handle is Dr. Jena Vargas. And don't forget to subscribe to the podcast to stay up to date on the latest business, career, and personal development insights. I'm going to put this on the comments so you have access as well. And then I want to just make sure also that I put my general directory so you can kind of navigate and see everything from bird's eye. I think this is it. Double check so don't point you in the wrong direction. Perfect. Well, I hope you took a little nugget. You found something from today that's really going to help propel you forward. Again, whether you're in the career transition or starting a business or really just trying to up-level your lead generation, this all totally applies. So I'm so excited that you were here or watching the replay. But I put in those resources for you to check out. And I put both of those there. Very good. Very good. Well, until next time, take care, and I'll see you around.